When you see this jar and you see this face, you know exactly what time it is. It's time for another mystery jewelry jar. Now this one is different than the other ones. Usually they're 50 bucks. This one was only $29.99. Super, super cheap. And it is filled. It's filled with lots of really cool gems and beads. And I see a couple little scores that I should be able to make plenty of money on, especially one that we're looking at right here. Now, I'm not going to waste any more time. If you're new to the channel, we're going through this entire jar, and I'm going to tell you all the cool and valuable items inside. And if you're a regular here, you know it's time to glove up because these jars can get nasty. While I'm doing this, you should be making sure that you are subscribed. You don't want to be missing any of these jewelry hauls that I do. And if you're already subscribed, make sure you get those notifications on so when my new videos hit, you'll be the first to know. Let's get this thing open and let's make some money. This is super packed. I'm trying to get it out. It is really, really packed. And my wandering eyes are trying to see everything that's coming out. The problem is there's a lot of bangles and bracelets that are blocking up that hole. There is a lot of stuff here. Now, just at first glance, there is a lot of colorful things, and I do not like that colorful of things because that means it's a lot of costume. All right, let's start digging. Well, we've made 10 cents so far. So this is a really cool ring. Now, I don't know if that will clean up or not. It's got a little like black smudge over here, but it's a really nice white enamel ring. Inside, it says pacifier or Persifier. So I don't know what that is. It doesn't look like gold. It's not silver. I don't know if that can clean up, but it's a really nice ring. I always put things aside to check if I'm not sure on them. So this is a ring that I'm definitely going to put aside to check. That's a really cool elephant with like a big stone in the middle. Again, very cheaply made, but I just figured I'd start showing you some interesting things instead of just throwing them in the discard pile like usual. What's this? So a little sterling silver earring, nothing crazy, cubic zirconia, nothing crazy to it, but it is sterling silver with a gold wash over it. It's the first piece of silver we found. This definitely looks like silver. 1966. And that is sterling. So on one side, it says Richard, if you can see that right there. Richard. And then on the other side, it says the date. These were bracelets given to like parents. And that's the date, I guess, of when they were born. Right at the bottom, sterling, S-T-E-R. Right there. Nothing crazy. No one's probably going to buy this for the charm because their name's not Richard or their birthday is not going to be the exact birthday for here. So this is just going to be scrap. So it's $1 maybe in scrap or less. But again, that scrap pile that I'm going to sell just as silver metal, it adds up. Little charms. I like looking at little charms. Here's another silver charm. Now that's kind of cool. That's gonna add up. So this is a little frog charm right here. It's a little frog charm. And on the back of that charm, it's got that 925. I'll put it on a really nice thin necklace, and I'll sell that for about $15. Huh. Little tooth earring. It's not silver or anything. It's just cute. Really cool, like blue. It's not enamel or anything. It's just like a nice plastic, but it's got that like cool like bubble look to it. Little ornament. Butterfly ornament there. Now, if this was like a name brand, Kirk's Folly makes stuff like this, or Trifari or Monet, I would save that and sell it. But that is sellable. That if I threw that on my eBay, it would probably sell for like $15-ish. But I just can't keep everything. And I try to just keep the better stuff so somebody else can make money, whoever's going to buy my wholesale lot. So this tiny little earring, that looks like it can be gold. We're going to check that real quick. Sometimes they are. Oh, they are. This is gold. 14 karat gold. So let me see if you can see it. Right there in the corner. I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera. It's a little 14 karat hoop. And if I can find the matching hoop to that, I could probably sell it for like 25 bucks or more. But if just alone like this, I could still probably sell it for like 15, 20 bucks. First piece of gold. Little snowman brooch there. So I've seen these a lot. A new thing that people are doing for people that create jewelry is they're making these spoons and they're turning it into a bracelet. So it's a little cuff bracelet with the little clasp right there. And then they stamp strength into it and it's literally a vintage spoon. It's kind of cool. But for me, not for me. Little wooden totem right there. I don't know if it's homemade or not. And then a really cool like gold ring. It looks like a fake mother of pearl. It's not real. It's probably copper or brass around the outside. But again, discard pile, not for me. Oh, is the other piece of the 14 karat gold earrings. So now I'm going to be able to sell these for more. I think I quoted like 25. I have to weigh them. They're very light, but they're 14 karat gold. So I would say like $25 to $50, depending on how heavy the gold is. But 14 carats better than 10. If they were 18, that's even better. But now I've got a complete set. I will sell them as the complete set. 2 14 karat gold earrings. That makes me happy. At least that paid for the jar in my eyes. So that's a good score. And I forgot we got the little frog, sterling frog pendant. These aren't for me, but 2 tiny little jellyfish earrings. That's cute, but that's going to go in my wholesale pile. So we made our money back on this jar, but it's not looking hot to me. These look like sterling silver. The backings are marked 925, but the scissors aren't. Now, I'll test these. If these are sterling silver, I'll probably sell them for like 15, 20 bucks. Okay, hold on. I see something that I know what it is. Hold on. I've seen this before. It is sterling silver. It is name brand. So I'm going to untangle this and I'll be right back. All right, that was an ordeal. So what I found was I've seen these all the time. Now, we've talked about Alex and Ani and how they're not that expensive. Now, I found this Alex and Ani charm here. It's got a big, giant crystal. On that side, it's blank. And on the other, it says Alex and Ani. Now, the only reason that this one is different is, yes, it's not just a bangle like they usually sell. It's a really nice necklace. But this is also sterling silver. So if you look right here on one of the beads, it has the heart of the Alex and Ani logo. And then you have the 925 right there. So a necklace like this, I'm probably going to be able to sell for around 25 or more. I have to do my research, but these do sell better than the bangles. So I'm excited about this one. Now we've made enough to cover fees and shipping with the gold earrings, the sterling frog. So now I'm happy that I've paid for the jar, I've paid for shipping and fees. Now we're into, let's get into the profit. Let's get into like the good stuff. A little sterling earring right there. It's a little sterling earring on the back. Got that 925 across the back. Now, if I can find the other one, I always sell them as sets. I really try to be able to find both pieces because that's the way I sell them. Another earring. Sterling silver. So another little sterling silver stud earring. And it's posted 925 right on that post, which we're not going to be able to see. But just a little stud like me. Oh, here's that other earring. So now we've got the set. So now we've got that set right there, which is nice. All right. We're rocking here. So this is cool. You're going to have to help me with this is. It looks like a bone or something on the outside. And then it's got like acrylic here with a leaf inside. It's definitely handmade, but what is it made out of? Like inside it looks like wood, but then the outside it kind of looks like bone. So I have no clue what that is, but it's really cool. I put these unique things aside. If you could help me out and let me know in the comments what you think that is. It's handmade. I just don't know what that weird material could be that looks like wood on the inside, then bone on the outside. I don't know. Let me know if you know. A lot of little things like little beads and little like earring backs and that is definitely gold. That is definitely gold, and I love myself an opal. Look at that. I don't even have to check it. I will. I'm going to. It's got an opal on the bottom. I don't know if you can see how, like, that, like, really cool multicolor opal and a tiny little diamond shard. The reason I know that this is gold is, one, the backing has that little rigid edge, and a lot of times the real gold backings have that rigid edge. So this one's marked here on the post, and then there's 14K here on the back of this. It's got tons of nasty like ear grime on it, but that is awesome. Now, it's tough selling these singles, but you can. People that wear just the different holes on the tops and the sides, they'll buy a single earring. Selling them singly is a lot harder than selling the pair. If I can find the pair of this opal / diamond shard 14 karat gold earring, we're going to probably talk about 50 and up. So I'm hoping I can find this, because this will be the score of the night if I can find the other match to this. All right, now I'm hyped up. Ooh, another sterling earring. It's a little owl with little beads. It's got nothing, it's another owl on the back, and then owl with the beads on that side. And then it's stamped right there on the post, 925 right over here. That's awesome. A lot of little earrings, but all those earrings add up. All that stuff adds up. Boom, another one. Another stud. It's sterling silver with like a gold wash. And it matches this one. There's the set. There's sterling silver CZs, and that's got like a gold color to it, or a gold wash, I call it. Easy $15. Now we are pumping. Now we're pumping. All right. Oh, here's that. All right, so here's that little... So I got the jar because I saw this. Now, there are a lot of art frames that have like a sterling silver overlay. Now, I sell those anywhere from like the big frames. I'm talking they're like this big. Some of them are like this big. I sell those from like $50 to $75 because people buy them for art pieces, and you're usually religious. This looks very similar. Now, it's a little stand. You can kind of display it on a desk or on a table. Now, this is not sterling silver. This is not. I'm almost guaranteed that this is not. But inside here, that looks very similar to the sterling ones that I buy. I don't know how I would test this, but I'm going to try to research it or see what I can do with trying to find it, because if it's sterling in the middle and the bezel out here is just a metal, I should be able to sell this for like 20 bucks. But this is the reason I bought the jar. So, I don't know. I'm going to have to do my research on that, but at least I know it was in here. I wish it said sterling on it, but it doesn't. It says ASA. So, I don't know what the ASA is, but right on the bottom it says ASA. But at least I know it was in there. I wanted to take a chance, and I'm glad I did, because this jar is turning out a little bit better than I thought. I'm finding a lot of like homemade little earrings. Like, look at this, a little fish. Homemade fish in a bag, like you get at the carnivals. A boba, little tiny boba straw and a boba. Little lemonade bottle. So whoever did this did a really good job making these tiny little earrings. But a lot of those little beads, which scares me to know what else is in here. Like there's like little rings here and there. Oh, this actually, okay, 2-in-1. So first we have, unfortunately, we have a ring that looks like it had a really cool stone in it. This ring kind of looks like it would have a turquoise in it. And then inside it should be stamped somewhere. Maybe it's unmarked. Nope, right there. 925. So somebody will buy this to put a stone in, or I can just scrap it. I would rather save it and maybe me put a stone in it if I can find an oval stone like that. But it might be hard, but that is a good find. Also, the second half of the owl earrings. So now that I've got both of the little owl earrings that are sterling silver, I've got both little owl earrings. That should be a good 15-ish bucks as well to sell. Other than that, there's tons of beads, like tons of beads everywhere. And I'm still looking for that second 14 karat gold and opal earring. So I'm hoping to find that. That would make this jar chef's kiss. Whoa, big stone or wood? Or, I don't know what that is. It's like a big stone piece. It doesn't look like acrylic, but it looks painted. So, it actually looks kind of cheap. So, I want to put that in the discard pile. I got excited. Anytime I find big things and chunky things, I get excited. See, a lot of gold. Oh, whoa, wait a second. Wait a second. I don't know if this is gold filled or gold. Damn, both gold filled. So I saw these little clasps here. So both of those little tiny clasps, they say 1/20th 14 karat gold, which is gold filled. Now, it still has worth. I'm going to pull these apart to see what we're looking at, and then we'll talk about how much they're worth. So that was a pain to get apart, but I got them apart, and this is what we're looking at. We're looking at two gold filled necklaces. The first one right here, really cool stone on there, and then just the gold filled clasp with the necklace. So this whole thing is gold filled with some really nice stones. And then the second one here, it's got that kind of like, it looks like a rosary, where it's got the necklace here and then a drop and another stone on the bottom and some more stones. And then the necklace clasp is way down here, but all gold filled. So I've got both of these. Now I should be more excited about these. I don't know why I'm not, but these will sell for around 25 bucks each. I'll put these on as gold filled and try to figure out what gems those are, if they're actual real gems. And they'll sell for about 20, 25 a piece. So that's a great score. Gold filled is good, especially with gold going higher and higher every day. But I always like the real stuff, real gold, real silver. But great scores. So I did find another sterling necklace. This one was bunched up with the other ones. This is the bottom. It's got all those little flails or frails or fringe. There you go. There's the bottom. It's got all that little silver fringe. And it's got the little gems, probably CZs. And then it's got the really long necklace. Right there. 925. So nothing crazy here. 15 bucks. That's usually my baseline. I don't sell anything for 10. A lot of these $15 pieces, sometimes I do sell locally. And the $15 pieces do well locally because people like to spend as little as they can for something nice. So $15 for a nice sterling silver necklace, people will pay for. So that will hopefully be a locally sold item. Here is the other match to the other earring that we found. So we found a lot of matches. So there is the other match to that sterling silver set with those CZs in the middle. But we still have not found that opal and gold earring. That's the one I want to find. That's the one that's going to make this really worth it. Oh, another sterling necklace. Oh, man, right when you think the jar is done, it's all tangled up. Look. Oh, wait, no, it's actually not that bad of a tangle. That's not that bad of a tangle. All right, I untangled it for everybody. First, we have to make sure there's no gems missing. So it looks like the gems are great. Right on the back of that, on the bottom, right there, 925. That's great. On a sterling necklace, that's beautiful. I would say $20, $25 for that. That's nice. Right when you think there's nothing left, you find more. So I'm a little bit more hopeful now. It's a little piece here that could be something, but I don't see that either. No. Gold filled? Gold filled. All right, so it is marked up here. 1/20th 14 karat gold filled. It's got that necklace, and then on the bottom, it's got, again, that little rosary kind of like where it's a necklace, and then on the very bottom, it's got that all-seeing, all-knowing eye right there. 15 bucks, or I can lot it together with the other gold filled and do like a gold filled lot for like $25, $35. So it all adds up. So unfortunately, I don't think there's much left in here. I did not find the second golden opal earring. But let's take a second and see everything that I found today. All right, so as you can see, we did not come up empty-handed on this jar. We found a lot of good stuff. We have a lot of silver, some gold filled. We even found some real gold. Now, the jar was only 30 bucks, which was super cheap, and why I took a risk on this with not seeing much when I was looking outside of it. But I would say I spent 30 on the jar. Overall, after everything's said and done, after fees and shipping, I will make around 100 to 150 bucks profit. So sometimes it's not just about the crazy scores you're after, but 150 bucks in my pocket at a $30 risk is completely fine with me every time. So go check those drawers, open up those shoe boxes. You must have jewelry in there somewhere, and you could be sitting on a ton of money. But keep watching these videos, subscribe, because you have to keep learning about what's valuable and what's not, because the more you learn, the more you know, the more you make.